Ever wonder why you keep getting stuck in the same emotions or reliving the same experience over and over again, even though you thought you had processed them? In this video, I'm going to show you the crucial and often missing step to help you fully and finally process your emotions. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to get emotionally hydrated. You can't talk your way through your emotions, so let's start there. Verbalizing, talking, or writing through your experience and your emotions is really helpful for labeling, so that in the future you can go, this is fear, or this is that same situation I've been reliving my whole life. But it doesn't actually help for in the moment processing your emotions. And if anything, too much of talking about it or writing about it, it can actually hinder your ability to detach from the trauma because you keep reliving it, strengthening it as a memory inside of your body. Here's the big secret that we seem to forget as we age. Feelings are literal physical sensations. It's literally in your body. The emotion is just electrical signals that your brain pulses through your body. So the only way to fully process your emotions is to release them from your physical body. So you can see in this video, there's a bear getting chased for whatever scientific reason. And once those people are done with the bear, it stays there and it's just shaking. So when animals are traumatized, they shake or they pee in order to release the trauma from their body. So after a few minutes of shaking, the bear gets up and it goes on its merry way. Many people already know about the fight, flight, and freeze response, but that's just step one. That's like the warm-up. Then the actual traumatic event is the workout. And then the last step, super crucial, it's releasing the thing. It's a cool down, right? And people forget this literally in the gym, but also from an emotional standpoint. And you have to move the emotion through and eventually out of your body in order for the full cycle of, a trauma response to be complete. As an example, I was recently, or a year ago, I was riding my bike to work and I very nearly got absolutely crushed by an SUV, but I just kept riding. And then when I got to work, I remember trying to sit through this meeting and I was just shaking and I was trying to suppress it because I was in a meeting and I just couldn't. So I momentarily left and I just went to the bathroom and I let myself shake it out and I cried. And then within 3 minutes or so, I was completely fine. And I know what you're thinking. You're going, oh, Athena, this only applies to near-death situations or actual physical danger. I have complex emotions. I'm very complex. No, you're wrong. You're just absolutely incorrect. Earlier this year, I had a just awful experience with my roommate, and I was so upset for weeks. It was just disturbing my sleep patterns. It was disturbing my work. I would become so physically tense anytime I was in the same room as this person who I lived with. Often. And then it became this whole self-enforcing thing of why am I still mad about this? I was doing everything right. We were talking about it constantly. I was writing about it. I was painting about it. But I was never any less upset about the situation. Every time I thought about it, it was like a fresh wound every time. And I felt it so viscerally. One day I woke up at 4 a.m. pissed. And I went on a run to this park near my apartment. And then I just screamed into the trees and I did some breathing exercises. And I could literally feel the cortisol draining out of my body. And I was like, duh. Yeah, emotions, feelings. Feelings are literally felt. And none of us are beyond this. There's no emotion that is beyond this. Feelings are literally felt and housed in the body. So we cannot fully process an emotion until we give some kind of physical release. I'm not saying that you can't come to peace with a situation without doing a physical release. What I'm saying is the emotion that you feel is going to live in your body until you expel it. After that, I had like a few more flare-ups, but I just danced like that man in Footloose, and then I felt okay, but I was never at that same visceral level of anger that I was prior to my run and scream into the night. And again, this goes back to we at some point are told or shown that the way to properly process your emotions is through your mind, right? So you're going to talk about it a bunch, you're going to think about it, you can journal it away. But in reality, too much of that reliving that situation is just strengthening the connection that your body has to the memory, thus re-traumatizing you every single time. It's still good to write things out. It's still good to talk things out, but using that as our only tool in processing emotions is what has kept a lot of people stuck or still reacting in the same way to the trauma and not ever feeling like truly healed from it. We just need to add that physical component. So here are some things that you can do to physically release your emotion. You can shake it out, Abby Lee style. You can dance, scream, stretch, take up some kind of martial art or boxing. Yeah, create a container where you can really throw hands on somebody. I think that's probably super helpful. Find yourself an energy worker, someone who's practiced in moving emotions through and out of the body. My friend Shona is one of those people. I'm going to leave her info in the description box. Acupuncture also does this. Man, kids really get it. And it's not that they get it more than we do, it's that it's completely acceptable for them to throw temper tantrums, but I have been advocating for adult temper tantrums my whole life. So long, let me be clear, so long as they are isolated and you're the only person who has to deal with the consequences of your temper tantrum. But yeah, get on the floor, wriggle around, stomp in your own space. I recommend really big, dramatic, full body movements so that you can just remove the reliance on your mind through this physical release. To wrap this up, if you feel like you've done all the things and you're still circling this one trauma, it might be that it's stuck in your body, and what you need to do is find ways to physically release it from you. Now, this is not the only tool to processing your emotions fully, but it's definitely the tool that for some reason we are moved away from as we get older. But it's so fundamental to how we are literally built that we can't escape that the emotion, the feeling, needs to be moved through the physical realm. It can't just live in your mind. You can't just fix it by using your mind. You need to use your body as well. So just remember that your feelings are literally felt. They are literally in the physical realm, and so you need to address them on the physical realm as well as on the mental realm. As always, give me a thumbs up if this was helpful. Feel free to also give me a thumbs down. It does not matter. I just need the engagement. Subscribe for more weekly videos and comment below which of the physical releases speaks to you most right now. Thanks for watching.